Morning, gentlemen. Are y'all going, man? Y'all good? Yeah, man. All right, man. Have a blessed day. Boy, good morning. Good morning. Greetings and welcome to beautiful Barbados. This is our third attempt to get running this morning. We had two previously that had voice issues. Thank you so much, Jessica, for letting us know that we had no audio. That helped a whole lot. Jocelyn, good morning to you. Hopefully you're hearing the audio now. We did have some challenges a couple of minutes ago. We did delete the videos off of YouTube, so you know, it's not mislead anyone. I hope you will come directly onto this. Good morning to each and every one of you all, and welcome to beautiful, beautiful Barbados compliments of Barbados, a journey 246, and we're bringing you this via our love lens. We are at Pebbles Beach this morning. We did put up some posts stating that we'll be out today capturing the beauty and power of nature. We also going to be updating our 4K Surf Breaks of Barbados playlist. So all that will be going on today, but we won't be broadcasting a couple of things live for you because we want to share the warmth of this beautiful day with you. And we also want to share the beauty of Barbados and its stunning coastline with you as well. So good morning again to each and every one. If you were on for the last two attempts, you would have heard we had a few signal issues, but we seem to be good to go now, hopefully. Haven't heard anybody say anything else about it. Beautiful, beautiful view. Before we go any further though, we're just going to point in this general direction here and we're going to see our Serenity Prayer because it's a beautiful morning, a beautiful location with an absolutely perfect ambience for that. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. It's just panning you through the bay at the moment. Like you see the sets that are coming through. We'll talk a little bit more about that there. Good morning to you, Sherry, and also Jessica again. Good morning to you one more time. Hopefully this will warm you up a little bit. Thanks again earlier on for the thing about the audio issues. So I was talking myself merrily away, didn't realize that no one was hearing me. It doesn't bother me, I hear myself, you know, I love to hear myself, so you know, I'd rather you all hear as well. Good morning to you from my beautiful wife, who got up this morning early to come out with me, and of course our baby Josie, who goes everywhere with us. Good morning to you all from Barbados Journey 246. Alright, we're looking this direction here, we're going to see our Serenity Prayer. We'll give you a little bit of the surf footage and then we're going to be moving on. We have a lot of stops, or a few stops intended for today. Let's see how that goes. And you know, we're going to say our Serenity Prayer. If you'd like to join us, please do so now. All others will be back in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Good morning to you all. We are broadcasting live on YouTube and we are called Barbados, a journey 246. So today we're taking everyone to let them see the power and the beauty of nature around the surf breaks the island. How are you going, sir? You're well?
Doing well, yeah.
How long have you been here? How many times have you been here, I should say?
Second trip.
Second trip?
Yeah, third day here.
Welcome back, man. You found the magic. I see the smile, man. The energy feels beautiful. All right, well, you had a chance to watch a few of the horses ride. You went out because of the weather, or the sea conditions, but you've been down before watching.
Fantastic. No, I've never seen them before.
Wonderful. Well, you must hold a cup of coffee one day and sit down and relax. Huh?
Yeah.
The lady down there is great. You have a blessed day, man.
Thank you. You
right,
too.
Okay, beautiful. How are you? Hi. I see you're a puppy lover as well.
Yes.
Yeah, she tends to steal your heart.
She's a lovely, yes.
All right, and you all enjoy your day. Huh? Have a blessed day. Okay, take care. All right, so we're going to be talking as well, of course. That is our journey, try and find the beauty within people and let it come out and radiate to you all, bring you all some warmth and energy. You'll see what she is doing. She calms everyone and comforts everyone. She truly, truly loves. All right, this morning we brought you to Pebbles as our first start. We're going to be going, well, we got to battle a little bit of traffic going to Bridgetown. We were here and we had a couple of false starts, but we're going to be going through Bridgetown and our planned locations today, and you're going to say planned locations today because we're going to see how that goes. Will be Fitzvillage, which should be one good stop. We're then going to be stopping hopefully just beyond that there as we round into Sandy Lane area. We'll not be able to get to Sandy Lane because obviously the equipment today will be very difficult to keep dry to get around the point to get to Sandy Lane break. But we're going to show you a little bit of Sandy Lane right because it looks as though it's big enough to be producing on Sandy Lane right, which a lot of people are not aware of or familiar with as it doesn't get much screenplay. And then we're going to take you down by Whole Town, let you see what's happening down in there. Our intentions are to show you Church Point and also just to walk around the bay point and show you Coral Reef and down Herring Bay as well. And then our possible last stop, or one of our last stops, will be at Aline Bay. We want to show you Miramar, which is another break not many people see. And another secret break was formed there since they have done a jetty and sand has started to build. We will show you also the right there as well that comes off by Lone Star, hopefully. And then whatever else we can fit in today, but it all depends on time, heating conditions, of course, with the camera, etc. But we'll be doing some 4K and then some live as well. All right, getting back to what we were mentioning about before, Barbados Hilton, always called Hilton. We then look on the other side of the beach, which is now called Radisson Aquatica. Prior to that was Grand Barbados. Prior to that was Holiday Inn. And then beyond that, I think that is Carlisle Fort. I can't remember the exact name for it, but I believe it's Carlisle Fort that's being constructed over there on the other side of the Barbados Yacht Club. Boy, too high for me. I mean, I see mile trees there, and I see it way above mile trees. So as far as I'm concerned, when you go above the tree level, you're going too high for this island. But that is only my opinion. Remember, I'm entitled to my opinion, even if it's not what everybody else may agree with. And surf breaks out here. Notorious Thunder on the other side of what used to be the jetty at the Hilton. Used to have a bar in the end of that years ago, and as a little boy, had a bar out there for all the guests in the Hilton. Used to walk out there and drink and watch sunsets in the afternoon. Anyhow, just beyond that, you're going to see some cross swells that are mixing. That is known as Thunder. That is a break. How are you this morning? You well? You can play with her, it's all right. She's so excited. She believes that everybody comes to see her. Anyone that walks by here should be speaking to her, because everybody should be talking to her, because they're all here just to see her and her alone. All right, we got another big one up here, which is going to get picked up for. Obviously, two big ones up here. They're all coming out for their own walk. But as you can see, her attitude and her personality is, I am bigger than you, and you can't mess with me. All right, back to Thunder again. All right, Thunder is mainly a left. However, there are a couple of rights. It all depends on if there's a south swell coming through on the given day or only a north swell. That's as I said before, it's on the other side of the pier. You will notice the swell just over to the left-hand side of the center. That is normally where the peak would be. That would be more aligned or parallel to the shore, and coming in with a north swell causing a big barrel, usually very big airdrops and barrels, shorter rides. And then it works its way into when there's a bigger swell to the swell that's coming off of the other side of the jetty where Pebbles is, and there's a right that goes in, and they actually hit in the middle, which is sort of like the channel you paddle out through. On days when there's a south swell, you can get some really good surges that are coming through that will create a lot of air moves to the right. Very short, but big air moves. That is not happening today because the south swell is too strong today. So that's influencing the entire north swell that's come through until the big sets come through. But it'll be a little bit difficult to surf out there. Thunder has claimed skin off my back, chains off my neck, and many bones and skin as well. Thunder at one time was the break where you came when the west coast was closing out, or if you couldn't get on west coast, and it was equivalent to any of the power and any of the breaks the island. Very deadly when it gets big. I remember one big north swell we had here. The same day that Jeffrey Kiefer got drawn over Tropicana Reef. So I will tell you, a long time ago, it was a New Year's morning. Out here was huge, and the actual emergency ward where we had to go because some of our friends got dragged in on the coral reef was full of surfers. Many surfers from the north swell that day for sure. I remember that quite well. Pebbles is a more laid back surf that is coming from the jetty itself, going left. That is a much more laid back surf. A lot of people use this here to actually learn to surf, and also people who are learning to surf. Gets fairly good as well too. However, it doesn't really get super huge unless it's a hurricane swell or a ridiculously large north swell. And usually it has a little bit of an angle on it, a little slopey and a little bit more sluggish with a shoulder. But that is another option for you out here. You will find sets will be breaking right across this entire bay and coming through the lower floor of the actual jetty. Where to have that building on the end of the jetty, you will actually find waves hitting there and coming over the bottom floor and running over the other side when it gets big. Likewise, the entire Carlisle Bay then turns into different surf breaks depending on the movement of sand as to where exactly you would be able to find the actual peak. When there's a hurricane swell, there's a peak just off what was the old eye hospital down by where Savvy is, Savvy on the bay. That is an amazing break. I do not know how it has been over the last year since they moved the jetty that was there originally, and also since the build-up of sand. I haven't actually been there in a hurricane swell, but I have looked at it from distance, and I have watched, just to call one or two names, the Burt brothers out there shredding the hurricane swells. Likewise off the jetty here itself, and other surfers too, but I know every hurricane swell you will find them down there. because that's an amazing break. Today, not a hurricane swell, but a big north swell, but many options on the coastline. We're now coming through low tide into higher tide today. So this morning early, if you had looked at the different or the channel that we put up there for you, the Gibbs channel, which is on one of our webcam coverages here, you would have seen it breaking right across Gibbs Bay, completely across Gibbs Bay, looking as no beach whatsoever on the surge, especially in the Green Seas area. No, out there was our Emerald Beach, or out there was pretty serious. Good swell this morning with low tide. However, that may settle a little bit as in the breaking further out with the higher tide. You'll see that as we go. So all that would be what we'll be observing today, and we bring it to you, whether it be in 4K or whether it be by live video. All depends on the signal strength and what we're actually filming. Anyhow, good morning to each and every one of you all. Thank you for joining us this morning. This is just our first start. We're not going to be spending too much time here. We pretty much spent all the time here. We're going to be wrapping up. We're going to be getting into town, hopefully before the heavier traffic. It might be a little late for that now, but we'll try. And then as soon as we pass Bridgetown and we start going on west, we're going to be picking spots. We did mention where we will probably be visiting and where we would like to go and highlight. Some breaks that we don't generally see too often are ones we have not covered in the past, or that we have not covered the way we would like to cover them. So we will take you in for that later this morning as well. Hopefully you'll be able to join us if you are at work or if you have stuff going on. Well, no problem, we'll be on YouTube. That's where we store our videos. They'll be there basically for our lifetime and beyond, as long as the YouTube is in operation and permits people to store their video coverage on there. Our archives will be up there for you. You can see already the kind of beach erosion that's happening here from this north swell. When we were down here, last time we were down here was 21st of January. We were celebrating our 5th anniversary for the journey to 4-6 and the MC gatherings. This beach was pretty flat there, just by the lifeguard hut. You can see how it's chiseling its way up as the surge is coming in and forming little bays as it goes across here. You can also see the erosion in the front of the beach as well, with the shoulder that it's creating. We'll be giving you more, as we said, throughout the day. Just call a couple of names here: Anthony Barrow, Karen, great to see you on board. Lovely to see you all. Anthony, I'm glad that you are torturing yourself. That's not the intention, but we all do know that these vlogs can be a double-sided sword. We can bring you the beauty of Barbados and just the beauty of people that we encounter throughout our travels. However, for you that are not here, for you that may be at work today, looking out the window and saying, I wish I was at the beach, and obviously for those that cannot get out because of our lack of mobility, we can be bringing you beautiful Barbados, and we can be bringing it with her as well. So you'll be able to see all the energy and all the love and from her as well. She's not being overshadowed by any means. This is, of course, my beautiful wife. Love her with all my heart. However, there's a different love that I also love this one with all of my heart. So they share my heart for sure. Anyway, thanks for joining us again. We'll be back with you occasionally, as we said. What we do is we're just going to hang out here for one more minute because we can watch some cruise ships coming in. A very busy day in the port, as you can see already. You know, today will be a day of a couple of air sea charters as well. I think there is a ship that's turning today, or partially turning today. I can't remember the schedule. I'm no longer in that. Was in that for 23 years. But we're going to see. Crab hunting doesn't only happen on a night with a light, as you can see clearly. She's having a ball of her time. Anyhow, ship, Bridgetown Port looks completely different. For those who have never seen our vlogs, or have not recently seen them, or have not seen the dismantling and the leveling of what used to be the Sugar Towers, which were on the cross berth area, or by the cross berth area, no, the Sugar Tower berth. You also see a lot of work that's going on the roofing of what used to be the bulk sugar storage terminal. That would be sort of like right by where my finger is. A lot of it is getting redone. There are a lot of modifications coming to the Bridgetown Port and also to the airport, as well as other structures in the island that you will be more aware of as the future goes on. But keep a note on what's happening in Barbados, because we're seeing a lot of radical changes. For me, too modernized, way too modernized, too advanced for a little tropical island. Sort of like loses its Caribbean flavor. But again, you know me, I'm stuck in my old ways. I'm an old guy, so no bending of history. I like to see natural Barbados and offering things that we do not, or other people in the world do not offer. The way we used to offer it, that may not be too much in existence going forward. Anyhow, I'm sure we'll modify with times and change to suit as we usually do. Smaller set coming across the bay. You can see how it is here. There are multiple peaks again. You're going to find guys up with the jetty, and then you're also going to find some guys approximately mid-bay here that will be taking off later on in the day. You can see the different peaks that are here, although it's small, you can actually see the different peaks here that are forming. So you will have different breaks that you can enjoy. And you know, guys, have a great time. I see we also have Perline. Good morning to you. I don't know if your name has popped up before, but thank you for coming on here. And thank you. Sorry, I had to scratch off. You can see why. All right, this morning we also did mention to you, and we want to draw this reference again about the dangers of swells like this here, especially like this here. West Coast is usually like a bathtub or like a lake effect, whichever you want to call it. However, you can see we are now coming around to the south. So in case you did not know, the southwest point is just over here at Needles Point itself with the Hilton. So we're now on the southwestern side and working our way towards the west coast. So the swells will get bigger as we work further northward. But you would have seen just now, we were comfortably standing right here on the actual ridge itself, and we had to run back. You can see all up here is being wiped clean. Tide is not high yet. It's only just barely started to go back in the direction of high. So later on today, the surge is going to be coming right up to the car park. What we would like to warn you of is if you're on the island and you are out there trying to capture videos or photos today, please remember these are serious life-threatening wave conditions. If you're not familiar with surges and rogue waves, etc., step back even further where you feel comfortable, because you can find yourself, especially on the west coast, especially with the incoming tide, a big rogue sector will come in and pull you off of this beach and pull you out into the sea. Very easily so. And when you get pulled into the sea, the currents are going to be taking you all around. This is not a swimming pool. This is not a nice little wave coming through in a swimming pool where you can float around and play around in. This is serious conditions where you're going to get pulled away from the surf. Likewise, if you're going down the north of the island or anywhere in the southeast of the island and you're capturing videos and photos of the next few days, please step back from the cliff. Remember, these waves have the tendency or have are likely to hit the cliffs, go 40 to 50 feet, 60 feet in the air, especially down at North Point. That's not an exaggeration. Then slam down yards on yards or meters and meters inshore, and then drain back off the land. So if you're standing on the edge of a cliff, not only could you get knocked down by the incoming swell, but you can by the incoming sea surge, you can also get dragged back off of the cliff and into the water. So please exercise caution. Remember, you're enjoying the beauty of Barbados. You're not here to be a living memory, okay? So, or be a memory of your vacation here in Barbados. We want you to take those memories home with you, not someone remember you. All right, so please be careful out there. You know, have a blessed day. We can be back with you shortly. Well, I don't know shortly, but we'll be back with you as soon as possible. We're going to try and bring as much lives as we can. Hopefully you'll be able to spend some time with us. As I said before, those who were in cold places or locked away behind doors today because you have to work, well, someone has to do it, not us though. You know, on behalf of my beautiful wife, on behalf of our beautiful little care puppy Josie, and on behalf of Barbados Journey 246, we bid you farewell for now. Walk in peace, walk in joy, and we look forward to your energy, spirit, and love later as we broadcast. So again, we just take you out and let you go on this easy circle of love, where you will have a chance to grasp us here along with the sounds and feel the ambience of what's happening here. Here we go. We wish to thank Karen and Anthony and Perline and everyone else that's come on here this morning so far, that has been backward and forward, spreading love and building our online community. We thank you all so very much. You all are live warriors. Live warriors meaning that you are the people that walk with us, that give us the motivation, energy and love, and you are now taking the role of building our community for us. So thank you very much. Thank you for making sure our ripple of love spreads across this screen throughout our videos. You know, we really are trying to encourage that. So if you see anyone on here, even if you don't know them, say hello. Remember, you will never meet anyone unless you say hello or unless you acknowledge their greeting to you. So it's nice if you can join us and be a part of what we are and live the kind of lives that we do in love and in harmony and peace and unity, and of course with absolute respect. Have a blessed day and see you all later, people. Morning. Blessings and love from Barbados. Catch you all later.